we normally on Friday, we have what we call Friday's Heroes, and most of the press that is here and the media that are here today are familiar with that, where we recognize public safety and we recognize individuals in our community who have gone really above and beyond to make our community safe. And today we have just a wonderful, wonderful story about Alissa Chavez, who is here with me today. I met Alissa a number of years ago at a science fair. And I don't know if you're like me, you'll remember the science fair at your school. I didn't win. They involved a volcano of some kind. But Alissa actually did win, and she is going to be a senior this year at Eldorado High School, and she has a fascinating story to tell, and it's really something as a mayor and as our community we should be proud of. Last year in the United States, I think the number is 44 children who died in hot cars. That died in car seats and in hot cars. And over the last week or two, and even the last month in the city of Albuquerque, we've had story after story about children in our community who have been left in hot vehicles, not just in Albuquerque, but around the state and around the nation. It is a very critical issue, and we have a young lady in our community who now has a patented design that she is working to take to the marketplace that's going to help us solve this. It is the hot seat, and Alissa is going to demonstrate that, and I want to introduce her mother, Anna, who's with us today as well. It is an alarm system that can help prevent a child from being left in a hot car. As I said earlier, it was patented, and Alissa is now working to take that into the retail sector. I also said earlier that she obviously won her 8th grade science fair, but it's taken her several years to get to this point. And it's just kind of a story about finding a need, a critical need, coming up with a very ingenious solution for that need, and then doing the hard work that entrepreneurs have to do to be able to take that product and get it ready for the marketplace and get it on the shelves. Alissa has great vision, and we have so many young people in our community that have great vision, and there's so much talent in our community. And a lot of what we're doing right now from an economic development standpoint, and Deirdre Firth, our Deputy Director of Economic Development, is with us here today. So much of what we're talking about is diversifying Albuquerque's economy and doing that through entrepreneurship and helping people be economically mobile and succeed through entrepreneurship. So once again, Alissa is a great example of that. On the behalf of the city of Albuquerque, Alissa, I want to tell you that we're very, very proud of you, and I know we want to get to the demonstration here, but before we do that, I'd like to present you with a Good Samaritan Award. And this is what we do for civilian individuals in our community who are doing great things for public safety. And we also have some tickets to the biopark and some other goodies for you and your family here. But I just want to thank you for your leadership, for your vision, for your insight, and for your smarts, your genius, for bringing this to everyone's attention and for inventing this product. So thank you so much. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
We have Chief Green from the fire department talk about the issue here a little bit, and I want to have Chief Eden talk about the public safety aspects as well, and then we want Alissa to give you some thoughts, and we want her to demonstrate the product. Chief Green, you want to start?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Like the mayor said, we appreciate you coming out, and we appreciate you guys having us and entertaining us and making sure that this young lady gets recognized. But what we'd like to let you know is that the Look Before You Lock campaign is aimed to help busy parents and caretakers remember to look at in your passenger back seats and their vehicles before they lock their cars or before they go into work or to go do their daily business. And I don't know if you know, but according to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, heat stroke is the leading cause of non-crash vehicle fatalities for children 14 and under. One child dies from heat stroke nearly every 10 days from being left in a hot vehicle. And as a Department of Public Safety, we'd like to give some tips and let you guys know what we would like parents and people with small children to recognize or to take heed of before they go on their way with their daily duties in caring for their children and going to work. One of the things we would look at is we would like for people to never leave infants or young children unattended in vehicle. Even if you leave the windows partly open in the air conditioner, there's a if you leave the air conditioner on and the car running, there's a few possibilities. The car could shut off, the air conditioner could turn off, and then again the car gets hot, or the child can get themselves out of a car seat or whatever and start fooling around on the inside of the vehicle and cause some other issues there. What you also might want to do if to assure that you got your children out, that you're going to be able to take them out from the back seat or remember that their back seat. You might want to place something in the back with them, say your purse, your cell phone. I know myself, when I get out of my vehicle, I always check my pockets to see if I have my cell phone. So leave something that you know you don't want to leave the car without, with the child in the back seat, to know that you're gonna remember to go back and take a look at them. If you're dropping your child off at a daycare center, and you're not the normal person, you're not normally the one that's in charge of dropping that off, you want to maybe ask the daycare center that if your child isn't dropped off, or you don't see him within a certain amount of time, say 20 minutes after the start of the day, you may want to give the parents a call, or have them give you a call at your place of business or on your cell phone to check on the child to see where they're at. And have a plan with your child care provider so that they will call you. That's all we're asking for. If you're dropping off the child and it's normally not your caregiver's or your spouse's normal duties, the caregiver drop them off. Make sure you drop them off when according to plan. Have the other person that usually drops them off give you a call, or you call them when you do drop them off, so that way they know that the kid was dropped off and they're not sitting in the back at your place of business or your place of employment. And then if a child is missing, quickly check all if your child, you're out and about running around, or you wake up in the morning, your child is missing, one of the places you want to check is your vehicle, because a lot of times kids, they want to go and check out what your parents are doing, or what your parents, and they like to drive around, so if they get in their vehicle, there's a possibility they can lock themselves in there. You also want to check in the trunk, because every now and again a child will get themselves locked in the trunk. And most importantly, if you happen to see a child locked in a vehicle with the windows closed or by themselves, unattended, with the car on, whatever, please, we ask that you guys call 911 to make sure that someone's coming out to take a look and make sure that child's going to be safe. And if you see that the child is in some type of distress, please let the 911 dispatcher know that that's happening. And if you have to make some provisions or take some provisions to get that child out. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Chief Eden?
Sure.
Cheers.
As the days grow hotter and the humidity increases, it makes the inside of a car very, very dangerous. And I just appeal to each and every one of you, whether you're a parent or a grandparent or a friend or other relative that's transporting a small child, just be aware of the situation, be aware of the heat inside of that vehicle. I can tell you that there's no pack of cigarettes, no loaf of bread, no gallon of milk worth leaving a child behind in a car. Please be diligent. And as the chief said, if you are a witness to an event like this, please call 911 right away. It's a priority one call for both the fire department and the police department, and we will respond as quickly as possible. Don't let such a tragic event happen in your family. Thank you.
I'm going to bring Alyssa up to tell you about her invention, and then she's going to do a demonstration as well. Alyssa?
Okay, hi, my name is Alissa Chavez. My product is the hot seat. It's designed to prevent children from being left unattended in hot cars. It's also designed to be very user-friendly, where the parent doesn't have to think about it. So if they get off their normal routine or just their daily schedule, or their morning is busier than usual, my product will be there to just be that reminder to check your back seat and that the baby might still be in there. So now I'll do a demonstration of how my product works.
Why don't you give the cameras just a second to
Okay.
get everybody ready?
Okay, so my hot seat has 4 basic components. The first component is a pad that can be placed in any infant, toddler, or booster seat. You just place it under the child's seat where they'll be sitting, and you can cover this so that the child doesn't move it, it doesn't get dirty. The second is a key fob that's attached to the parent's car keys, and this also has an alarm in it. The third is an alarm that can be attached to any vehicle. And the fourth is an app for mobile devices. So if the first
That's great. Got it covered.
if the first component senses that a child has been left in the car and the key fob is at least 40 feet away from the vehicle, an alarm on the key fob, vehicle, and mobile device will sound. So it would be loud enough to grab people's attention around the vehicle, as well as remind the parent on their key fob or their cell phone. I just want my product to be just there like an extra hand if the parent is busy and they don't remember, because it can happen to anybody. And I hate hearing the deaths, and 17 already this year, and I just want my product out there so we don't have to hear any more of these tragic deaths.
Great, Alyssa, thank you so much. Would you be willing to answer some questions if
Yeah.
any of the press has any?
Sure.
Anybody have any questions for Alyssa or for any of the chiefs or myself?
What made you decide to come up with this idea?
Actually, my mom owns a home child care business, so I've been around kids my whole life. And the summer before my 8th grade science fair, I heard so many deaths, and being around kids all the time, I just couldn't imagine what it must feel like to lose a child. They're so cute and so fun, and I wanted to make something that prevents this from ever happening again.
I'm interested in knowing, how are you going about trying to get this into the retail stores? How's that process work?
So I've been speaking with a few companies that do prototypes and manufacturing. My main problem has been not having the financial resources that it takes to build the first prototype and start the manufacturing process. So I've tried some crowdfunding. I currently have a campaign running on a website called Indiegogo. I'm trying crowdfunding to raise the money that it'll take to build the prototype, because once I have that, I have a company that will manufacture.
How much do you think that'll take?
It'll be about $30,000 for the prototype.
Okay. After today, what I'd like to do is get you with Gary Opedal from our Economic Development Department, and there's some people in our city that do some venture capital. Let's see if we can't get you connected to some of the sourcing networks and see if we can't get somebody interested as well. So,
Thank you.
that's a story we hear a lot from entrepreneurs. The vision is there, the prototype, it's a great product, but the funding sources, and that's so much of what we're working on with ABQ ID and all these things you hear us talking about with entrepreneurship in the city. So why not work with one of our high school students as well? So we'll get you connected there today and see if we can help.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Well, thanks for coming today. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.